This is Ayushi Jain on TubeSpeaky. Welcome to a course on Git Fundamentals. This is chapter 4 where we are going to learn Git basics or how Git actually works. Before moving further in our course, it is very important to learn the terms. What is local repository, what is remote repository, etc. If you learn this and the difference between them, you are half done with the course already. And rest of your work with Git will go smoothly. Git has three main states where your file can reside: modified, staged, and committed. Modified means you change something in your file, but the changes are not pushed to the database yet. Staged means that you have staged your modified file with the changes to go into database in the next commit. Committed means the changes and data are safely stored in your local database. So you see the diagram here. Git directory or remote repository is where all your data and metadata is stored. So to begin, you have to clone or check out or pull the project from this directory to your working directory or say local directory. Then you make your changes in that project in some particular files as required. So now the status of the files are modified. Second step is you stage those changes in your files to a staging area, and once you stage them, the status of the files is now staged. We'll learn how to stage them in our future tutorials. The staging area is nothing but a file in Git directory only, which stores information on what changes are going in the next commit. Now you commit those changes from staged area to the Git directory or repository so that the changes are permanently stored in your database, and now the status of your files is commit. If we look at another diagram, we see here is working directory, staging area, local repository, and the remote repository. Here are some commands. We will check them in our future tutorials. For now, suppose this is a version 1 of a project. You fetch the project in your local repository from the remote repository. Then you check out the files you want to modify. You add, so now the file is in your working directory. You make those changes and now the status of your file is modified. You add that file to the staging area. So now the status of the file is staged. And then you commit those changes to your local repository. And then as a final step, you push your changes from local repository to remote repository. And you see the version of the project will change now because you have a new version of the project now with some changes. So that is how Git actually works. In our course, we will first look how things have to happen in local repository, and then we will move to remote repository. So in our next tutorial, we are going to check how to create a local repository.